Welcome back to another episode of Top Review 95, where we take the tools and machines you rely on for your lawn and garden and put them to the test from a real-world, hands-on perspective. Today, I'm diving into something with a little more horsepower than your average mower, the YARDMAX 22-inch 201cc self-propelled lawnmower, featuring the Select Pace 6-speed CVT, high rear wheels, and a 3-in-1 cutting system. Quite a mouthful, but also quite a machine. Let's get into it. Now, the moment I rolled this mower out of the box, it already gave off the impression of being built for serious work. The steel deck, oversized high rear wheels, and a thick, utilitarian look, it doesn't pretend to be sleek or flashy. It feels solid. Heavy? Absolutely. But solid. Even during assembly, which thankfully is minimal, it's clear that this machine was built to power through challenging yards. Once I got it running, something that usually took just 1 or 2 pulls, I could tell this mower wasn't playing around. That 201cc engine roars with confidence. It chews through thick, overgrown, stubborn grass like it's nothing. I didn't need to stop and clear the blades or give the engine a rest like I've had to with other walk-behind mowers. The power was just there, present, reliable, at least most of the time. The self-propelled drive system is where this mower earns its stripes. It legitimately feels like it's doing the hard part for me. On sloped or uneven terrain, the rear-wheel drive and high wheels made a noticeable difference. The Pace system, a 6-speed CVT, sounds like a high-tech feature, and in some ways it is. I liked being able to control my pace depending on the terrain or how fatigued I was. But here's the thing. In practice, those speed settings, they often felt too similar, or the transitions weren't smooth. Sometimes even the slowest speed felt a bit too fast, and turning corners with that power behind me took more coordination than I expected. If you're not ready for it, the mower might feel like it's running you rather than the other way around. In terms of usage, once you get used to the weight and rhythm, mowing becomes surprisingly efficient. The 3-in-1 function, mulching, bagging, or side discharge, gives some flexibility. I found the bagger useful for lighter jobs, but on a big yard, the opening felt a little too small, meaning I had to empty it more often than I liked. It slows down the workflow, especially if you're on a time crunch or managing a large property. Let's talk about some of the quirks. And yes, there are a few. First, the weight. At around 84 pounds, this mower isn't for the faint of heart. It's not easy to turn or pivot in tighter spaces. And if you disengage the self-propelled function, pushing it manually becomes a real workout. The height adjustment lever is another area where I had to be extra careful. It has a tendency to slip out of position during a session, which means occasionally stopping mid-mow to reset the blade height. Not ideal. Then there's the handle. While it folds up neatly for storage, which is a great feature, it doesn't always feel sturdy. There's a bit of flex that makes me question its long-term durability. I've also heard reports, and I've experienced this to a small